So just be aware of yourself for a few moments. And let that awareness gradually increase. Noticing your breathing and the way that you're already beginning to find a stillness, a quiet and calm sort of feeling. And just imagine for a moment that you can send your mind to the very center of your body. And imagine too that when you send your mind to the very center of your body, that you can find a central core that runs from the very, very top of your head to somewhere just around the waist. And that central core might be wider at the top and narrower at the bottom, like some sort of cone shape. Or it may be just like a cylinder, or another sort of shape that's just right for you. And it may be made of the purest gold, or of some other precious metal, or perhaps it's the most brilliant crystal, or some sort of electricity or other magical power. Maybe it's like a waterfall, or perhaps just a radiant glow that might be blue or green, or any other colour that seems to feel just right. Or perhaps it might seem like a cloud or a misty vapour. Or maybe it's something very special that only you can understand. So just take a moment now just to find that central core of you. Okay, and now you've found that central core. And this is the central core in which the part of you that we'll call the you or me or I lives. The part that some people might call their spirit or psyche. The very essence of the vital part of you in the core, which is in the absolute center of your body. This, an almost magical part of you, of your mind, in the absolute center of your body, and the absolute center of your entire world, your entire universe. And you might have been taught once a long time ago that the world doesn't revolve around you, but you know, it actually does. Your world does. Whatever you may have been told in the past, it's fine for your world to revolve around you. In fact, since it is your world, it could scarcely revolve around anybody else. And you are the most important person in your world. Because you are the one who will never let you down. You're the one who will always have your best interests at heart. You're the one whose feelings will never lie to you. The one who will look after you, so that you can actually look after others around you. And as you allow yourself to focus upon that core that is at the very center of you and the very center of your entire world, you can become very aware of every single facet of you and find a delight in that awareness. You can become very aware of all that is vital and alive in that central core, finding perhaps the part that thinks and reasons when reasoning and thought is needed, the part that feels when feelings and intuition are needed, the part that loves, the part that laughs and finds fun, the part that somehow just knows things without necessarily understanding how. This is where that part of you that knows just what to do and just how to do it lives. The part that heals when healing is needed. And as you concentrate your thoughts upon that center core, you can become aware of a growing energy. A growing energy that can help you to achieve all that you need in life. Because that core, that inner part of the real self, can generate lines of energy. Lines of energy that lead to all the vital organs. Just leading that way now. So that you can feel stronger and healthier, more alive and more vital, so that you can get the very best out of life. Those lines of energy can even inspire your creative thoughts, your most powerful imaginative senses. And as you're relaxing there, just allowing your mind to wander where it will, you might begin to imagine how it would be if you could begin a spectacular journey of discovery. A discovery of self and the whole and of everything that you could ever think about. And that journey might begin with you just floating, as if you were on a cloud somewhere, perhaps. Just floating idly and observing in an easy and relaxed sort of way, without trying to make sense of anything, just observing lazily as you float higher and higher, becoming more and more relaxed. And after a while you realize that you're actually floating out past the moon, and you have no idea how you got there. But you realize that this is just a fleeting visit as you gaze down at the surface, wondering at the fact that men have actually walked there. And you can see the earth like a great blue and white globe just poised in space. And you find an astonishingly comfortable sensation about you, as you somehow recognize that you are part of this universe, a part of everything that you can see around you. And as you make that realization, it's as if your vision suddenly clears and you can see for thousands and thousands upon millions of miles. And you realize with a surge of joy that you can look back through time and forward through time too, as though time simply didn't exist. And then you are swooping low along the canyons of Mars. And it may be that this is the Mars of eons ago, or perhaps far into the future. And no sooner as you try to work it out than you find yourself gliding past the giant called Jupiter, with its swirling clouds of gas that have a kind of velvety quality, yet so dense that they keep safe the secret of what is beneath them. And you drift on, playing among the rings of Saturn, rings that seem to be composed of 1,000,000 tiny jewels, glinting in a magical light that comes from some unseen source, reflecting colours that you've never seen before. And you realize that you're beginning to accelerate now, traveling faster and faster, out past Uranus and Neptune and tiny Pluto, the smallest planet in our system. And still you fly faster and faster, and yet somehow seeming to just float, suspended in a delightful weightlessness for what might have been 1,000,000 years or more, or perhaps just the blinking of an eye. And there's a sense of an important journey, a sense of discovery of the truth, of a great truth that has lain hidden until now. Anticipation fills your mind and body as you continue on your journey. And soon you're flying past Sirius, and you reflect that the ancient Egyptians of Earth knew this star thousands of years ago. And then you realize that your time here is irrelevant, that 1,000 years might just be the tiniest moment or the longest age. And it begins to dawn on you that you're traveling further than man has ever seen before, beyond the reaches of even the most powerful telescope that's ever been invented, beyond the places that mankind can even imagine, except in his dreams. Dreams that might revolve around a great universal truth, but which evaporate like a silken mist as a wakefulness approaches. And the anticipation seems to fill every pore of your entire being. A sense of something special about to happen, or already happening. And it begins to seem to you that you can sense a gentle light coming from somewhere. And even though you can't see it, it's as if you can feel it. Sense it with some part of you that has lain dormant until this moment. As if you are in touch with the entire universe, in touch with everything that man has ever known or ever will know. You can sense it on your skin, in the very depths of your mind, in every cell and in every pore of your entire body. And you realize that you are in the presence of the origin of all things living, of all thought, of all feelings. And for a few moments you just bask in the wonderment of recognition that we are all one. That every living thing, not just on Earth but in the entire cosmos, is all part of one beautiful, wonderful, awe-inspiring force for life. And with this recognition, the light becomes stronger and brighter, stronger and brighter, until it fills every part of you. And you know that where you are, right at this moment, is the origin of all creation, of all things living, of all things that have lived, and of all things that will ever live. And then, quite suddenly, it's gone. And you find yourself returning, but with a deep understanding that will allow you to function more effectively, more confidently than ever before. And as though you've moved through a gateway in time and space, you realize that you are suddenly drifting down towards the earth with a wonderful feeling of completeness. And you bring this feeling back to the here and now with you, to this room, today, bringing back the knowledge and the confidence that will allow you to achieve your every goal and your every wish. And while you're so relaxed there, with nobody wanting anything, nobody expecting anything, and absolutely nothing whatsoever to do except to relax, you can reflect upon how amazing are your mind and body when they work together. Because during this special state of focused relaxation and concentration, your mind and your body together can check every single cell in your entire body, checking, replacing and repairing where necessary. And this procedure continues throughout every split second for every day of your life. And it's not just in your body, but in the physical brain too. So that with every single second that passes, you are being steadily renewed. Each fiber, each nerve, each cell of your entire body. And that's a good thing, because it allows you to create change inside yourself, important change, so that you can begin to move steadily towards being that person that you truly want to be. The best person that you can be. And to create that change really is the easiest thing you can imagine. Because all you have to do is to let your subconscious know exactly how you want to be, just by imagining it. So you can imagine yourself to be more confident. So confident, in fact, that others want to be like you. You inspire others. And that feels good. That always feels good. Just imagine that you feel as confident as you want to feel. You actually like the way you are. You enjoy being you and all that being you means. And now I'd like you to create an image of you in your mind's eye and make it as truly vivid as you can. An image of you looking absolutely confident and at ease within yourself. You can see so clearly that you feel completely confident. So confident that you can be the one who deals with things, the one who copes with things, and always knows how and what to do. The one who just knows what to do and how to do it. So that all the things that used to upset you now are going to just simply calm and simply relax you. And the more you could previously upset you, the more they will now simply calm and simply relax you. So that all the things that used to be difficult for you to deal with are going to be so easy from now on. You'll be a source of inspiration to others. And that always feels good. To know that you have helped and inspired others like that. And remember, all you need to do is to imagine these things for them to start actually becoming reality. And when you imagine these things, you send a signal to your subconscious mind so that you are feeling more confident with every day that passes. Noticing how you always seem to get the best out of life. Almost without making any effort whatsoever, because you find it easy to see how to turn a setback into an advantage. To make a winning situation out of something which others would only despair. Noticing how you would always seem to manage to make the right decision. The right decision for you. And to make that decision without fear. Without wondering or worrying what others might think, because you realize fully now that what others might think would be based on their lives, based on their anxieties and fears, based on their hopes for the future. And those things are not part of you. Your subconscious, that amazingly powerful subconscious of yours, knows exactly what is needed for your life and your happiness. It knows exactly how to help you to become the best person that you can be. And in fact, you already have all the tools that you need to accomplish this. A mind and a body that works beautifully together. And you have your powerful imagination. And that imagination is the most powerful tool that you have. Because if you imagine how you want to feel, it will come from your own mind, and that will be exactly the right thing for you to feel. Because that subconscious of yours knows all the things that you can do and all the things that you can't do, and it will only give you the thoughts and feelings that will work perfectly for you. So just letting yourself see it in your mind's eye, you can steadily become more and more confident with each and every passing day. just seeing yourself in that special way that you know says confidence, so that you can begin to enjoy the things that you do, the way that you are, thinking of the way that you want things to be, the way that you want things to happen, and just enjoy being you and all that being you means, becoming more and more at ease with yourself.